Hello, folks. Oh, there it is again. I don't know where I picked up all that grease. Well, let's see. My son came to town. He lives in Glendale, I believe. He used to live in Peoria, Phoenix. He flew in and spent a couple of days. Flies out tomorrow morning about 5. No, he rides into Chicago from here, from South Bend. And then he flies out of Chicago, either O'Hare or the other airport. Midway, that's it. So I told the owner of the bike, this one here, might be just better see if he can buy a motor on eBay, or, because this is, it might be just simpler. I mean, he'll have quite a bit into this, and then you still need to really, you gotta flush the tank, the lines, and you might really think of, unfortunately, if you're gonna spend $800 on all the stuff to get this going, which is pump, gears, bent shaft, lifters, adjustable push rods. I did get the cover back on, so it shouldn't leak in between here and here. It was leaking there, but then it needs the gaskets above because it was leaking real bad. The one here somehow got turned sideways, and it was coming out the front pretty bad, along with shooting out of here. It was quite exciting. I probably should have videoed it, but there would have been so much oil on the camera. I probably would have been wiping it off for a day or so. So, and then this one can be, set aside, and just then decide what you're going to do. So that's what I've been doing. Like I say, I got everything boxed up, and so I just told him his options, and there's local stuff. You're going to pay 15 if you're lucky, 18 to 23 for a motor. And that's from one, that has like a dismantling shop on eBay, like Pinwall or Fallen Cycle, or there's quite a few others. At least those, they have a running, you can see how people came away with the stuff they bought from them, and whether it's a plus or minus. Yeah, you buy a motor here from someone local, and if you can't hear it run, it's like going to the junkyard. Every motor there only has 60,000 miles. Every tranny only has 80,000 miles. It's a miracle. At least that's what they tell you at the junkyard. So, you'd get about that same from, unless it was a friend you knew that was putting a big motor in or doing something else. That's where it kind of stands. I was going to go out, got the tractor ready. I was going to cut along the trail where the train tracks used to run. So I'll get out there and do that. Got a little oil, got to add some oil to the tractor. And so I just want to stop by and say hi, and been enjoying all you guys' videos, from Terry to Ed to Slick to Chopper, Mr. Sketchy. I don't do as exciting things as they do with bikes. People just kind of bring them to me, or stumble upon, or somebody I knew or something. Otherwise, I try and stay busy. Been, keeping an eye on my wife's health. She had a problem with her kidneys a couple of years ago. She had staghorn kidney stones, and they had to operate a couple of times. You just don't pass those. Those just, they grow and grow in there, and I almost lost her that Friday morning. And she has her good days and bad days. When you have like a something hard like that hits you, heart attack, stroke, or things like that, suddenly you're 10 years older. At least that seems how it is. You're like, suddenly you've been propelled into the next step of your life, which is older. So But I'm glad my son Jeremiah stopped by, and a couple of his friends came up from Indianapolis. Alex and his wife. I was glad to meet his wife. I hadn't met his wife. Um, Other than that, it's just been, tinkering around the bike. And, oh, yeah, I did get around to, let's go out here. Well, I took the engine guards off, and I did get around to, did get the head. Randy did get the head on there. We got it torqued down. But, yeah, I took the crash guards. I drilled and tapped for 1/8 pipe thread on both ends, and now I'm flushing them out with I started Exo Rust, and then now I have, paint thinner. So I'm sloshing it back and forth and blowing through it. Because, yeah, I mean, they were made in the 70s, and who knows what's in there? You can't really see. You made 2 little holes, but I keep sloshing it around. Then I'll, let it set with something thin that flows through quickly. Hopefully I can, there's nothing that, and then I have to figure out, which line do I put it on when I put it back on the bike. Was out on the bicycle today. It's good to get around in the neighborhood, just give the legs an extra workout, I guess. So, yeah, I did try that seat there. That's the one I got on the bike. I think I have to sell that. I mean, it's a great seat. It's very comfy. But I had to, where it mounts under the frame, I had to bring it back, trim it down, because they had it too far back. You had this 4-inch gap between the tank and the seat. Looked like remember the Sportsters were like that. They had a big gap in there. So it's a Drag Specialties, and it's comfy, and it's. I don't think the fella, after doing all this stuff, and this was supposed to be a bike for his wife, but I mean, people tell you anything. So I'll stick that on eBay. I tried it once, and I like the tractor seat, but then I have this one that I put on there that I had up in the attic since the 80s. I had that on my FX, so I put this on there. Still have to get, I guess I should get a short sissy bar, but yeah, I like the tractor seat's good, or this one's good too, Still figuring out, I probably still need to get that 2-to-1 down there, and now it's only 10 miles an hour off, so it's not so bad. This thing's here, it does your hours that the bike has run. Now this is on several bikes, I can move it around. You just put about 3 rungs around here, and actually what that's for is your RPMs, and you can set it for single fire or dual fire, S1 or S2. It's actually for tractors to count the hours on the tractor, because it's hours, and how far do you go on a tractor? Around the field. So, I did get one. I actually got 2, but the other one I had to solder because the little tit fell off. So I think this is, having one instead of both. Who knows? It's all about, trying to be seen without not looking like Ronald McDonald, and a spinner on top of my head so people see you out there. So catch you guys later. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I was going to get oil for the tractor. Catch you guys later. Have a great week. Peace. Have fun. Have fun. Bye-bye.